Every day you get an idea, every single day, every time you get an idea. So I made this video 3 months ago for my podcast, and since I made this video, a lot has changed when it comes to me thinking of ideas. And today's video is just to show you how much I've learned about ideas. It's until recently I really understood what we talk about when people mention ideas. And personally, an idea came to me about creating content, which is when I discovered my passion for teaching people what I've learned and experienced over the years. Many a times when we hear ideas, we feel it's something spectacular, something big. But basically, everything starts with an idea. And when I started to understand this, it gave me a much more understanding or a better perspective of what I need to know when it comes to ideas. I remember when I started off with YouTube and podcasting, there were some videos I wanted to create that didn't just make sense. I was this person who felt to create a content or to pass across an idea, I have to refine it to look very polished before I could put it out there. But with the basic things I've learned over the few months I've been, creating content, I think it's important to start with the little things, because you never can tell where an idea would come into play and help you make things work out. Now, the other thing to understand about an idea is that ideas won't keep. And the very key thing you should know is that sometimes you just need to do something about them. If you don't do anything about these ideas, they will come and just fade away. I remember that every time I wake up most mornings, something new pops into my mind and I want to share this. But eventually, before the day ends, I don't have the opportunity to do that. And before I remember, that idea is gone forever. And I tried to look for ways to make this work. For example, I felt to be able to create content, I have to be this rigid person, and it didn't just work out. Because if you could see from this example of this video, I'm a little bit tensed because I have no idea what I'm doing. But I just want to be someone that can share ideas, pass across the ideas I have in several platforms, in several forms. Just be creative about these ideas. So don't think about ideas as things very difficult. As simple as possible, ideas would come. Several months ago when I got the idea to start a podcast, it was a very difficult task for me because I picked up the idea seemingly looking impossible, and I felt what better way to make this work than to ask people. So whenever you get an idea, try and reach out to people who you feel might be interested in this and ask them if this would actually work out, or would you be open to subscribe to this idea. So ideas can be independent, but most times it works best when you collaborate. Many great people we've seen today who were able to come up with fantastic ideas, well, in one way or the other, they had support and help from others. So when you come up with an idea, or when an idea is being generated from your aspect, try to see people who would subscribe to it, or people who can encourage you to be better at creating that idea or executing it. Now, one more thing is that no matter what people tell you, or no matter what people say to you, ideas and words are things that can change the world. If you have something to say about the situation, about something that is happening, if you don't say it, then it won't have any effect about that particular thing. I've said so many things on several platforms, Instagram Live, Instagram, WhatsApp, and all the other platforms. And I've gotten some positive feedbacks that people will tell me that what you're doing is really good. Keep on doing it. Or it inspires me, it has helped me overcome such different things. So if there's an idea you have, until you put it out there before you can actually make a change. So if your idea is still solid, you've developed it somewhere, if you don't push it out there, then it becomes very irrelevant. I think maybe I should say that. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to push out ideas. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit out of the box from me. So if you think about ideas on a very random perspective, think about it as something that helps you create. Because for you to create at all, ideas need to come. And if you don't get ideas the way others do, there are basic steps I have that I follow to create my ideas. And number one is that I go through the generation stage. Now, the generation stage is where I see these ideas and I try to come up with ideas. I think I read books, I go online to do research, and so many other things you could do to, find an idea that can work for you. And as a freelance designer, most times when I'm trying to come up with an idea for a project, I can come up with 7, 8, 9 ideas for a particular project, and then that's when I move to the next stage, which is the selection stage. Now, you can select as many as possible that you have in your store or in your idea bank. But one thing you should take note of is that when you're selecting, try and involve others to look at what you're selecting, or pick those ones that you know that if I would present this or if I would push this out to the world, people would see it and really appreciate it. And once you're done selecting, then I go to the stage where I now implement, the very detailed things I want to put into these ideas. And with implementation, there are so many things involved, and this video is not to tell you what to do or what not to do. I'm just sharing the things I do, and that has helped me become someone better when it comes to creating ideas and executing them. So everything in summary is that if you have any idea, don't hesitate to let it work. Don't wait before you start working on it. Once an idea comes, start working on it, because ideas generally, when they come, they don't stay for long. If you don't do anything about it, it's possible you forget, or you forget. So that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah.